isolator. Okay, this is an isolator. Okay, mass of 2 kg is supported on an isolator which is having a spring scale of. So this isolator is nothing but it contains a spring and a damper. Okay, spring property and the damping property. And this isolator have a spring scale of 2940 Newton per meter and viscous damping. If the amplitude of the free vibration of the mass falls to 1/2 of its original value in 1.5 seconds, determine the damping coefficient of the isolator. We need to find the value of C. But what is this statement says? If the amplitude of the free vibration of the mass falls to 1/2 of its original value in 1.5 seconds, that is, let HA be the amplitude and HB be the amplitude at t is equal to 1.5 seconds. It is after 1.5 seconds. And this XT is half of the XTA. It is 0.5 times XA. Is it clear? So we need to find the value of damping coefficient, that is C. Have you understood the question? Have you understood the question? Any doubt with the question? Is it clear? Whether the question is clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now we need to find out the value of C. Okay, C is how much? Okay, so to find this, we know that zeta is equal to C by C. Okay, this is a formula we have. Okay, so if I know the value of zeta and if I know the value of Cc, I can get the value of C. Okay, and also we know that Cc is equal to 2m omega n, or that is equal to 2 root km. Okay, this we already know. So to get the value of Cc, I need to know the value of omega n. So what is omega n? Omega n is root of k by m. Do we know the value of k? Do we know the value of k and m? Anyone please answer. Do we know the value of k and m? So here the value of k is 2940 Newton per meter and the value of m is 2 kg. So here this is root of k is 2940, m is 2 kg. So what is the answer? What is the answer for omega n?
38.34.
So it is 38.34 radians per second. So I know the value of omega n. So I need to find the value of Cc. Therefore, Cc is equal to 2m omega n, that is 2 into 2 into 38.48.
153.36.
That is 153.36 is the Cc. What is the unit?
Newton meter per second.
No, Newton second per meter. Newton second per meter. So now we got the value of C. But how to get the value of zeta? We know the value of Cc, but we need the value of zeta now. Okay. So to get the value of zeta, here what it is given? It is given as xb is 0.5 times xa and cb minus ca is 1.5. That is, if you take this spring mass damper system and allow it to deflect, okay, see, if you allow it to deflect, I write the time versus displacement curve. The displacement curve, say this is the first cycle and this is the second cycle. Okay, first cycle and second cycle. Can you see this?
Yes, sir.
So what is the time taken to cover the first cycle? It is equal to
1.5.
TA, time taken. Okay, we don't know the value of TA. Okay, and what is the time taken for complete the second cycle? It is TB. Okay, what is the amplitude of the first cycle?
XA.
XA. And what is the amplitude of the second cycle?
XB.
XB, and that XB is equal to half of XA is given in the question. Half of XA, and it becomes half in 1.5 seconds. So TB minus TA is 1.5. Any doubt?
No, sir.
TB minus TA is 1.5 seconds. Okay. Now, what is the solution? The
Delta
solution
equals and
no, not that one. The solution for under the damped free vibration is for the displacement. For the displacement is x is equal to a2 e power minus zeta omega nt into sine of root of 1 minus zeta square omega nt plus phi 2. Right? This is one of the solutions out of 3 solutions. If you take this solution here, this is amplitude and this is direction.
sir, instead of this, we can take delta equals ln of XA by XB. Then we know XB is 0.5 times XA.
Okay, we know the value. Yeah, we know this. We know this. That is, this is 1 by, say this is 1 and this is 0.5. We can do this, but we'll get the value of delta, but we'll not get the value of zeta.
No, sir. After that, delta equals 2 pi zeta by square root of 1 minus zeta square.
2 pi
By
zeta
zeta
by
by square root of 1 minus zeta
square.
square. Then we can find zeta, no, sir.
You can do it. You can do it. We will do that in the alternate method. We will do that next. Okay, but then we will compare what happens there. But yeah, this is one of the methods where you will understand about the amplitude and direction and the relationships between the amplitudes and all.
Okay.
Okay. We will just concentrate on this first. Okay. So here, this first term is the amplitude and this second term is the direction. Right?
Yes, sir.
And the maximum displacement occurs when sin of root 1 minus zeta square omega nt plus phi 2 is equal to 1. Right? See, the value of this varies from, the value of the direction varies from 0 to 1 and 1 to 0. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that is 0 to 1 is 0 from 0 degree to 90 degree. So it varies from 0 to 0 to 1 and again 90 degree to 0. So it varies from 1 to 0. So maximum displacement, so the amplitude of the displacement will be maximum when the value of the second term is equal to 1. Right? That is the amplitude XA and XB or XC, whatever it is. So, therefore, X is equal to X into e power minus zeta omega nt. The maximum displacement at each cycle. Maximum displacement at each cycle. So therefore, XA can be written as X into e power minus zeta omega nt A, and XB is equal to X into, sorry, not X, it is A2. A2 e power minus zeta omega nt D. Right? So this is maximum displacement at first cycle and maximum displacement at second cycle. And we know the relationship between XA and XB. It is XB is half of XA. Right?
Yes, sir.
0.5 times XA, that is equal to A2 e power minus zeta omega n T B. So if I divide, this is equation 1 and this is equation 2. Divide 1 by 2. If I divide 1 by 2, that is XA by XB, that is equal to A2 e power minus zeta omega n TA, that divided by A2 e power minus zeta omega n TB. So here A2 will get cancelled and XA divided by, in place of XA I can write 0.5 times XB, that is equal to, can I bring this e power minus zeta omega n T to the numerator?
Yes, sir. TA minus.
So that e power minus zeta omega n TA minus TB.
Plus TB.
Right. TA minus TB. So here this is 0.5 times XA. So here also XA will get cancelled. So 1 by 0.5 is, therefore 1 by 0.5 is 2. 1 by 0.5 is 2. Therefore 2 is equal to e power minus zeta omega n TA minus TB. And e power minus zeta, what is the value of omega n?
Sir,
What is the value of omega n?
38.34.
So it is 28.34 into TA minus TB is
0.5, 1.5.
0.5. So this is 2 is equal to e power minus 0 into 57.51. So I can send this e to e here.
Sir, ln 2.
Ln of 2 is equal to 57.51 times zeta, or zeta is equal to ln times
Sir,
ln 2 by
minus 57 point. Minus 57
okay,
point.
minus, yes, minus. See here, what happens? Since the power is minus here, okay, okay, we'll write it as minus. So what is the answer?
0.012, minus 0.012. Minus 0.012. Sir.
See, the value of zeta cannot be negative.
Yes,
The
sir.
value of zeta cannot be negative. Okay, it is the damping factor. It cannot be negative. So zeta is 0.012. So zeta is equal to C by Cc. C by Cc. The value of zeta is 0.012. That is equal to C. That divided by the value of Cc is, what is the value of Cc? 153.36. 153.36. So Cc is C is equal to 0.012 multiplied by 153.36. So the value of C is
1.84.
1.84. What is the unit?
Newton second per meter.
Newton second per meter. Okay. Okay, now, Raju and Raju, you said one more method. Okay, we will solve it. Okay, we will solve it by another method, that is method 2. So what is that? We can use that equation delta is equal to 2 pi zeta by root of 1 minus zeta square. And delta is equal to
Ln XA by XB.
ln x a by
XB.
xb. Okay. So here ln of xA, xb is half of xA. So xA will get cancelled. So ln of 2. So delta is equal to ln 2. So it is
0.69.
So if I substitute here, that is 0.69, that is equal to 2 pi zeta, that divided by root of 1 minus zeta square. So what will be the answer? So this is the answer we'll get. Am I right?
0.109. Yes, sir.
Okay, but here we cannot follow this method because there is one more parameter which is given is this. We need to use this data.
Yes, sir. Time is
Here
given.
we have not used that. So we cannot use this method. We cannot solve the given problem by using this method. Okay, so that's why whenever you have to use the data given in the question, and whenever there is a time versus displacement relationships are given, then you need to use the equation which is given for time and displacement. Okay, you need to use this equation. Any doubt? Any doubt? Okay, we'll go to the next question. The mass of a single degree freedom damp vibrating system is 7.5 kg makes 24 free oscillations in 14 seconds. 14 seconds when it is disturbed from its equilibrium position. Okay, and the amplitude of vibration reduces to 0.25 of its, or I can say it is 25% of its initial value after 5 oscillations. Determine stiffness of spring. Number 2, logarithmic decrement. Number 3, damping factor. Okay, here what is given here? There is a spring mass damper system. There is a spring mass and damper system where mass is 7.5 kg. Okay, and it is disturbed from the initial position, and it makes 24 oscillations. Okay, n is equal to 24 in 14 seconds. Okay, this is one condition, and the amplitude of the vibration reduces to 25% of its initial value after 5 cycles. So that is, say this is x1. This is x1. X1 is the amplitude of the first cycle. In the same way, x5, the amplitude of the fifth cycle is 25%, that is 0.25 times of x1. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So these are the conditions given. And now we need to find the value of spring stiffness K and the logarithmic decrement delta and beta. We need to find these values. Okay. So how to find what is Fn natural frequency in terms of hertz? What is hertz? It is cycles
Per
per
second.
second. Okay. So Fn is equal to 1 by 2 pi omega n. You know this relationship. Okay, Fn is 1 by 2 pi omega n, and Fn is cycles per second. So how many cycles? How many cycles? 24 cycles per 14 seconds. 20 cycles, 14 cycles, 14 seconds. So how many cycles per second? So it is 24 by 14. Okay, 24 by 14. So it is
1.7.
1.71 hertz or cycles per second. So I can substitute this here and I can get the value of omega n. So therefore 1.71, that is equal to 1 by 2 pi omega n, or omega n is equal to 1.71 into 2 pi. So multiplied by 2 pi and get the answer as omega n is equal to 10.77 radians per second. Any doubt? Any doubt? So, and we also know that and omega n is equal to root of k by m. Therefore, root of k by m is equal to 10.77, or k by m is equal to 10.77 square, and k is equal to 10.77 square into m, that is equal to 10.77 square into, what is the value of m? M is
7.5 kg.
7.5 kg is the value of m. So 7.5. What is the answer?
869.94. 869.9.
So K is 869.9 or 870. K is 870 Newton per meter. Newton per meter, that is the answer. That is the answer for the question, stiffness of the spring. And now we need to find out the logarithmic decrement. So what is logarithmic decrement? That is delta is equal to ln of x0 by x1, or delta is equal to 1 by n ln of x0 by x5. Okay, so that is equal to 1 by n. N is, you know, the second condition, that is after 5 cycles the amplitude E will be reduced to 25%. So n is 5. So 5 ln of x0 divided by 0.25 times x0. So x0 will get cancelled. So 1 by 5 ln of 4. 1 by 0.25 is 4. So the answer is
0.277.
0.277 is the value of delta, that is logarithmic decrement. Okay, and now we need to find the value of zeta. So we also know that this is logarithmic decrement. Okay, and we know that delta is equal to 2 pi zeta by root of 1 minus zeta square. Okay, so that is 0.277, that is equal to 2 pi zeta divided by root of 1 minus zeta square. So the value of zeta is so what is the value of zeta?
0.04.
It is 9.4. So the value of zeta is 0.04. I think I made a mistake in doing this calculation, but the value of zeta is 0.04. Any doubt? So this is the last class for damp free vibration. Come tomorrow.